strategy to invest. So why not just go do it yourself and buy Bitcoin?
Yes, man. What is going on? Welcome back
GP?
What's up, Jess? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Welcome back to the Peters Report. We try to go live here. We do go live here every Monday and Friday. The time kind of changes based on the market conditions because I am a day trader, and the market was giving out free money today. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. It's just gone straight up.
Straight up. Looks
As
like we
you
got
would say, easy trading day.
Easy trading day, easy money. When the market prints money, you pick it up. People, what are we talking about? Somebody asked me about strategy. Love the hats. You got to be festive, man. It is Christmas trade. The Christmas trade, the Trump trade. Who thought we'd say Trump and Christmas together? The let's see. The XRP army's going to start bragging now. Here they come. That's all right. We made some money in it too, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We made some money in XRP. XRP army. Let's see. Let's check out XRP. Now that's a hit song called XRP Army.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny. Let's check on XRP. Actually, let me pull it up. The trade ideas. Parabolic move underway, riding the wave, not trimming yet. Yeah, everybody wants to trim it.
Yeah, I included in the Sunday report the Sunday letter that you are not trimming.
Right, because I'm greedy, man. Why does everybody want to take the money? What would you go buy that's going up better than XRP? What would you buy if you couldn't own XRP? What do you want to? What else is going up like this?
MSTX.
But it's not going up like this right now.
Oh, right now. Yeah, nothing.
ENVX.
ENVX, yeah.
We could look at that. That's also a pick of ours. Now, I've had XRP on the thing here. We've been in it for a minute. Let's look at ENVX. Jump to the thing. Let's see. If you have my chart pack, if you go over to stock charts and you go to public charts, if you go to public charts, it's on your left-hand side over at stock charts. That's why I try to get everyone to use stock charts if we're trading together, because then we will truly merge as one, because we can share charts and it'll look the same. And that's always better than being different. What are we up today? 10% today in ENVX, man.
Yep.
This 10%. Is one of our trades of the week.
It was up 15%.
Yeah, it was up. That's
when it was above the 200.
Right. That's everybody selling it. No, I gotta sell it. Everybody wants to sell everything immediately. I think the main reason for the selling is people aren't used to winning. And when you're used to winning, you're used to having 200, 300, 400%. You don't want to take 50.
Or they just haven't been, some of us, maybe we haven't been in the market long enough to have such a return.
Yeah, that's part of it, and a lot of people just suck at trading. So when they're up 10%, they want to take it. And they're, you want to use indicators, obviously, but sometimes we talk a lot about this. Social sentiment takes a while to read. And we were talking about that before we came on, right? The Trump trade. And it's like, okay, what stocks are working right now? Because that kind of lends you to what the market is thinking is the president and his regime of people. They're gonna try to put things in place. I mean, if you're gonna build a wall, you need some machinery. So that's gonna get back in the news. He wants to fix every bridge in America. So steel stocks, utilities.
Oh yeah, utilities.
Let's look at utilities real quick.
And they also go with bonds and real estate sometimes.
USTL. Now the way we what is it? UTSL. Jesus, my brain's going bad. Ooh, down big today. I was concerned about this because this is one we're in here. I would be looking to add to this personally. I'm surprised bonds are up so big today and these are down. This is a leverage fund though. Let's say 3 times. The UTSL is a leverage play on the XLU, right?
Mm-hmm. The XLU is down 1.7.
Right. So here it is down. That's a nice significant move. But to be fair, we kind of we hit. I mean,
we hit the previous high, or
right,
the all-time high.
And I knew that. I mean, we talked about it. I'm like, should we trim here? I was up 10% in that. And it's like, I didn't get into the trade for 10%. I anticipate we break through this and continue running. You know, if you're nimble enough, you take some off, you're going to put it back on. I don't know. That's being pretty damn nimble. I have 118 positions and I'm a day trader. So I can't trade everything that precise.
AMD's breaking out.
We got AMD breaking out. Let's check on that. I didn't think this would come too fast.
Yeah, SOXX, the semiconductor ETF, is breaking out.
Yeah, it's up nice. So that would be a nice stage 2. We have a bunch of these. Maybe Intel helped spark this. What do you think?
Yeah, the CEO retiring sparked this whole thing.
We fired his losing ass.
Got rid of the dead weight.
Got rid of him. And I mean, that makes you feel good when you leave work and they have a party. That does not. I guess they get used to that, right?
Yeah.
But here's AMD, man. I like this one. Let's pull this up. I was playing this thing by Michael Saylor, and somewhere in here he mentions MST1.
Because some can't do that. Well, there's a lot of answers to that. One is, can you borrow $1 billion for free for 5 years with no recourse and unsecured? Probably not, right? Individuals can't borrow money for free for long periods of time. It's difficult. Companies can. So one reason why is because we can borrow $4.2 billion unsecured for a long period of time and pay less than 1% interest. So when you're investing with us, you're not just getting the Bitcoin.
Charles Schwab.
You're getting the access to the company that has the cheapest cost of capital. We probably
How
have
do you
the
guys get
cheapest
them
cost
so
of capital
early?
in the entire market. Like if you look at every S&P company, if you look at every company in the market, who else can borrow billions of dollars for less than 1%?
I think Robinhood's even faster.
So one thing they want is they want our financial power. But then if you go to Europe,
so this is very interesting. So they're explaining how, basically MicroStrategy is a software company, but they're
yeah. You hear Saylor on there talk about they're a software company who exists for one reason, and that's to buy fucking Bitcoin. That's a crazy business model, huh? I mean, that's what's funny is everyone finds it original. That's been my business model. And I say this all the time, the only reason I work is to get money to buy dividend stocks or real estate. Fuck everything else. Along the way, you got to pay bills or your family's going to leave you, So you just got to rephrase it. Like they have bills there at they got to pay the light bill, they get coffee, they got bonuses, they got to pay employees. But the purpose, the profit of the business is to acquire Bitcoin. And it's like, that's a business. And it's like, wow, that's I got that from Warren Buffett. Buffett has like 20 people in a building in this place in the middle of nowhere. And they, their job is to collect money from all these other companies, kind of like what we do. Right. I mean, that's part of what we do, especially with the new, we're
in the business of owning businesses.
In the business of owning businesses. Some people are in the business of buying plastic shit to throw it in the trash. That's actually the reason they work is to consume and pay bills.
They got shopping addiction.
Just to eat and to sleep and to spend and to finance everything. And they collect no dividends. They collect no interest. There's plenty of people like that, man. We're trying to fix that though, right?
Right.
You're not going to fix that by trading, by the way. You're going to fix that by changing your lifestyle.
Cold plunge and meditation at 5 a.m. every day.
Right. Every time trading doesn't work, start crying, go meditate. We were talking about this earlier before we came on. mRNA. This stock has been hard hit. This is the Yield Max ETF. That is a hell of a down sloping channel, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the stock.
Same thing.
Yeah, but at least the stock's pushing up by the 20.
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah. So this is in the biotech. This stock's been hit hard. We've seen Morningstar has, geez, what do they have on this thing?
Oh, let me look it up.
Yeah, look it up if you would on.
I got it.
So a couple ways to play it. Swing trade the stock. It is way below the 200. But hey, the problem is in this market, if you haven't noticed, when
The fair value is 141.
141, it's $100.
Significantly undervalued, according to Karen from Morningstar.
Did you click on Karen and see where she went to college? Make sure she didn't go to like.
No, she's a Morningstar.
This might be one of those online schools. You can usually click on it. It'll tell you where they got their MBA. Most of them have MBAs. So I was reading, I got addicted to that. I would start reading on different people. Were you in Discord when we did that?
I don't think so.
We started the biotech. I forget what sector it was that got hot. And there's a particular analyst at Morningstar that covered several of them. Well, then we were using also, I was also using this other rating service. And they had the same thing. Well, you get to see the people's name. So we go look them up on LinkedIn on my lives. I would look these analysts up and I'd look to see, and then I would go to their Facebook page. And then we would go all the way back to go, oh, here. And we would find pictures of them like in high school. It's all on the internet. And it's like, okay, this is the asshole that got us into Walgreens. Yeah, I thought that was funny, man, because people just, you see those ratings and you don't really put a person behind it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a number. And it's like, no, there's a person out there like me and you. Their job is to write and put that shit on Morningstar. And you got to wonder, like, did they ever just go, you know what? Fuck these people. Fuck this job. I don't feel like doing it today. And they just go, yeah, raise it $10. But anyway, I thought it was funny, and we would check in on it. And then when the stock started doing well, we would talk about that person, like they were helping us out today. I thought it was funny. Hey, oh, hold on, let's see. Hey, GP, appreciate the income stream email. Are you going to include the YouTube podcast you watch in the next email? Probably not, man. I'm still thinking on that. I'm kind of thinking most people are too stupid for me to share where I get a lot of my information, because it totally then changes the way they do it and they stop doing it the right way. That's what I've come to learn. If I go, oh, I really like this book, they'll read it, and next thing you know, they're not even doing the money flow anymore. They're doing some shit from in that book.
Yeah.
Totally missed the reason that I brought the book to
They
their
missed
attention.
Forrest looking for the tree.
Right. But maybe I will. Let's see. I think I said that in the one thing. I thought I took that out where I said I was going to mention some. Hey there, M. Let's settle it. Let's calm the fuck down. We just launched it. Let's don't start asking demands of me and things that I need to do. Right? Can we start there? Let's see. Right off the bat, people are asking me to do work.
Hershey's breaking out.
Okay, that's where I was headed. Hershey's and Merck. Now we've been on this one. Wasn't this it wasn't a trade of the week, was it?
No.
No. This was just in the Peters report. We text this. This is one of the ones I text out.
You texted it out.
Look, I mean, just look at this screen. If you understand the money flow, this is what I like to see. Moving averages aside, don't overcomplicate shit. I mean, if you just look at this, aren't these pretty patterns? You know, and yeah, we can break down, and what you see here a lot of times, this what you see here that kind of maybe can mess you up, these gray areas. If you take the time frame down to 30 minutes, you're getting these beautiful money flow patterns right in there too. Do you get what I'm saying, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
that's time continuity. So even though on a daily or on your time frame, you may be like, oh, that's not even a completed pattern, bro. If you break this down in a 30-minute, that thing flew sideways, went up, went sideways, and came down. So the point of that is the money flow is fractal. Yeah, that's a beautiful breakout. I'm in the Hershey's trade. I actually am. This is a B&B trade, which means this is a blue chip stock. This is a no-brainer kind of stock. This isn't every gas station. I love chocolate. You like chocolate?
Yeah.
I
I
eat
like
the
candy better.
shit out of some chocolate. You like hard candy?
Yeah, just like candies, like sweet things better than chocolate. I
Okay.
like candy better than chocolate.
Do you? Man, I can fuck some chocolate up. I'm trying to find the trade here. Yeah. Okay. I should add to this today. I'm on borrowed money on this. That's scary, huh?
Yeah, I added to Hershey in my buy and hold.
Did you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hold any of my buy and hold actually. This would be the place to buy it though, don't you think?
Yeah.
Man, I should do that right now. I don't that is funny though. I do not have any Hershey's in my buy and hold because honestly, this stock had traded at a premium for the longest time. Let me see here. Did you put us in Discord?
Yes.
All right. I don't even show us live. That's how bad my internet is. How weird. I don't even show us live. See, man, you guys are making me jealous. What's up, gang? Listen, look what he said.
Damn, 590.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Damn. Mine is going to be, well, we can calculate how many shares that person has. Are you texting right now?
No.
Oh.
I'm looking at my Charles Schwab. Why?
Being greedy, huh? Just counting your own money. What was the payout per share on Tesla? Do you know?
Let me see if I still have
Yeah,
this.
see if you have it. I need to put this on Instagram.
Tesla was
So as a group,
$1.22. So you want the whole thing or just it's 1.2208.
so we can figure out how many shares that guy has right there.
So 590
divided by, right?
Yeah. 483.
Okay. So if he'd have had 1,000 shares, would have been a nice payday, huh?
Yeah, still a pretty good payday.
Right. So why are you slacking, sir? No. That's probably about what mine will be. I think I have I feel like I should have jacked it up since then, though. I should have taken, you know how this was, the one that started me with these funds when they first came out. I bought some just because I couldn't believe what they were saying and I wanted to see it for myself. So I got the first 2 payments and I was like, man, I can't share this with the Discord. There's no way this is real. Like, there's no way they're paying dividends like this. Right. So I was hesitant. I think even when I first started telling you, I was hesitant. I knew you can't keep this. It's going to come to the Discord one way or another. So I got to get ahead of this,
Yeah, you didn't tell me right away.
Did I?
No.
Yeah, no, I waited till I got a few. And then I was paying for valet parking, which was really stupid. But in New Orleans, you want that. Trust me.
Yeah, you need that.
Yeah, homeless people be peeing on your car. And I mean, it's
Or
just,
you gotta move it. No, like
you got to move it twice a
you
week
need
in the
it.
French
You
Quarter.
need, yeah, no one has time.
People
for that.
don't understand that. They think, oh yeah, New York's parking hard. No. Every citizen has to move every car on the street going this direction on these days and that street that days. And it's odd, cars are constantly getting towed. It's $300 a pop.
Yeah, I remember always seeing tickets there.
Yeah. So I went in there and I went to pay the bill and I go, how many shares of Tesla would that be? At the time, it was like $7,500 is what I needed to put in there to never have to pay for parking again.
Did you do it?
Yeah, so I was in my
Oh.
mind. So, and I knew there was erosion. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna invest $8,000 and I'm gonna reinvest a certain number of these shares, and this is gonna pay for my parking. So as I'm thinking on that, I go, God damn, more of these funds came out. And I go, well, I don't want to pay this mortgage. How many shares of this would I need to pay this mortgage? Well, as these things are coming, they're coming out faster than now than that. It got to where I couldn't, come up with the money to take the new funds and put money into them. But that's a good way to look at it. But because I'm looking at it not in the future, not when I'm fucking retired down the road, right now, how could I take that money and do something with it? That's what kind of evolved into what we launched the other day eventually, right?
You're right.
Just
Everyone was like thinking similar things like, oh, how much of this do I need in this account to pay this bill, or how much of this in my trading account?
That's the way to think about it. If you're trying to make money for today, if you're not worried about today, then you don't have to worry about that. But let's see. So we got AMD, we got Hershey's. So that tells me bonds are on the move. Let's see. So we got AMD breaking out. We got Hershey's. These are all still in the buy zone to me.
Yeah, because the RSI is below 50.
Now TMF is not. TMF
No.
is a 3 times leveraged bond play. But again, just big picture, step back and look at this chart. And it's like stage 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going. Now it's pushing up against the 50. Again, a lesson here. This is a triple leverage chart. It has time decay. It has time and price decay. So you want to look at the unleveraged chart, which is the TLT, and you will notice it is above the 50. You noticed that, right, Jess?
Mm-hmm.
And we just broke through a key level here. Look at this support. Bam.
Yeah,
Often what used to be resistance, which it was there, once we break through, tends to become support from then on. Or that's how we play it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There the 200 tried to be the support, and then it came down a bit.
Let's see. I just lost my things here. All right, so we got good trades. We got AMD breaking out. China trade is not breaking out today, is it? I really thought it would turn today.
FXI is a stage 1.
Yeah, I like the China trade too. I was going to get to that, but
K-Web, as it has a doji, it's going for a breakout.
K-Web does?
Yeah, it looks like it's going for a breakout.
All right, so if you guys aren't, man, get on. Click that QR code. Get on our free email list, petersreport.com.
Clip broke out. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, it's where we're tracking a lot of fucking stocks and a lot of funds every day, right? And we rank them. What were you saying? Go ahead.
Clip broke out.
Did it now?
Yes.
Let's post this. Tesla is a monthly dividend stock, and he's going to go, well, that's so high. How is that possible? What was I going to open up here?
Clip?
Oh, yeah. So what was the, oh, no, I was trying to pull up the Peters report for a second. Let's see. I'm sure most of you guys have it here, but if you go to the petersreport.com, right here, you can get on the Substack. There's a bunch of lists to get on there. Substack kind of just takes the report, brings it to life in a more daily thing. But in the beginning of it, we kind of break down what we see. And so this is for Sunday night. Yesterday, the markets were on fire last week. The S&P 500, as annotated by the SPY and the diamonds, the DIA closed at record highs. The NASDAQ which looks like it's playing makeup today,
Yeah.
closed green, but was the lagging index. So maybe it read the report. It didn't like that. Bitcoin has been building a stage 3 consolidation zone, except for the XRP. You never know when a stage 3 could turn into a stage 1. So we are kind of anticipating that happens, right? I think we are.
Yeah.
I think most of us are. I've been trading gold future contracts on Coinbase, along with some oil. Let's see. Oil's basically the worst. We're looking for healthcare was the best performing sector. The blah, blah, blah. Let's go. Anyway, we continue there. If you haven't watched this video, you might check it out. It's gotten a little traction here this week. Let's see. That's not going to work. What was last week's trade of the week?
There was two. It was Heinz and LLYX, the 2X Lily.
Right. So Heinz is looking pretty smart right now.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
Right. So this is my homework board. It says 12/2/24. If you notice on these stage 3s, Delta, UAN, SoFi, Bitcoin, AI, I feel like we were just all over those, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, just Walmart. I haven't talked a lot about Walmart. I have a big position and it's just been drifting higher. That thing kind of just snuck up on us. Yeah, Clip's
people forget
breaking
about
out.
it.
Clip's breaking out. I was wanting to make sure that I had it on my board here. Let's see. Up here, you see where it says dividends?
Yeah, those are the ones you're focusing on above
Yeah,
the
those are
line?
the ones that this week, if I had a chance, if I could, doesn't mean I necessarily will. I just kind of bringing it to people's attention. GLV, we've owned it a long time. That one can be bought on margin.
That one's like USA. Pays
It is.
monthly.
Yeah, USA is probably a better fund, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
I do like GLV though, pays monthly. I wish USA paid monthly.
Me too. I mean,
Trade,
I have it though as an anchor.
Trade ideas. URBL, that's the 2 times Uber. Look, but we're getting
I
a nice
added to that today.
getting a nice pullback in the TQ. Look, fell all the way.
It's right to the 200.
Right to the 200. Let's mark this. If it'll let me. Man, and then it even looks like it fell even a little more through. Oh, it did let me. Nice. We'll see if that holds. Man. That was a hell of a drop, too.
Good thing you got out.
Good thing it got out. Look at Clip.
Or was I looking at Clip?
Yes.
Yeah, good thing you got out of the day trade.
Yeah. So Clip is the yield on this is about 50%. Do you hold this in your margin account?
Yes.
I do too. So that is one of the stocks that we advocate. If you're in that second income stream letter with us, probably just average. I don't know. We'll see how we market that. But let me take the.
Are you adding to Clip today, or you already added last week?
I added at the open.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Wasn't much though, but let's see. Oh, we got some more Teslas here. My man got 146. I tell you what, though, to get $146 in Coca-Cola would be a hell of a position.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of money.
Be like $15,000-$16,000, and that would be quarterly. So to get that right there,
and the dividend yield isn't even that big. The dividend's not even that big for what it is.
So to get that right there so monthly, that'd be 3 of those. So that'd be like $420. $420 in Coca-Cola would probably cost you $25,000. You could put that into E-Trade and then margin it, and you could run that to thousands a month. Now you have to manage it. You have to know what you're doing. You can't just walk around and be oblivious to life, but it just shows you the possibility differences is amazing. GP, a good time to enter AMDL or better to wait for the close? That must be, isn't AMDL, it's over the 5, right?
Yeah, he's just asking if we should wait until the close to make sure it stays above the 5
Oh.
before he adds.
Oh, I got you, bro. Let's see. No, I don't wait on that stuff. If it's hitting, it's hitting. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I added. I didn't wait.
Yeah, we don't wait. I know S&B Capital, that's one of the things they get asked all the time. They don't wait. For me, once it goes over it, it's triggering it. It's game on. And technically, if you could have already been in this trade already over here where it did trigger it.
Right. Like I was already in that. So
Right.
today
So-
I just added a little bit on the breakout.
So one of the things I do when I get into a trade is I pretend like I've been in the trade. And I go, oh, if I would have got in this last week or 2 weeks ago, this would have been my anchor right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it ran up and then it triggered. So this pullback to here, one of our technique is right when it hits where you might get out, we buy more, even though you might get out if it keeps going.
And then if you waited for that bar to close, it did close within the anchor point.
It came back. So yeah, bro, I'd be all over this. AMDL, and if you're in this second income, one of the funds that we would recommend would be, not recommend, but one that we own is AMDY. So lots of ways to play this, and this is where different strategies or what we call playbooks, they can start to overlap. So you might own AMD and you're buying hold. And in
AMDL in your trading account and AMDY
Right.
in your income account.
Right. Bam, bam, bam.
You could
Look at
still
that.
have you could have AMDY in your retirement account too, I guess.
Bam. All of that from one stock, man. You got 4 plays going, and how you handle them are different. You're not getting out over here, you know. And
Yeah,
over
you get
here,
to play the trade all the ways.
yeah, that's what I like about it, man. And it it takes one stock and you can turn it into 3 different things. Oh, man, that's nice. Let's see.
That was a good question.
James Holmes says yes, yes, yes. What kind of weirdo does that? Let's see.
Some weird guy on the internet with a Santa hat.
There's my man. This is his picture from 25 years ago in college. He's now 52.
Really?
No, that's what I'm gonna start doing that though. I'm gonna start using my army picture where I look like 24.
You should. You got shirtless army pictures?
Yeah.
It'll just attract
I'll
more
just-
different crowd of people.
I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna do that on full auto boot camp today. I'm
You
gonna get
should.
like a
It's because in the
22.
military you go to boot camp.
They'll be like, we're listening to this young dude about stocks. Okay, so let's show them what happened on the bounce here. Look at the 200-day.
We can't see your chart.
Oh. Hold on. We should all do that. We should have a week where everyone changes their picture to their favorite age. Everyone's 9.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you got to do like your 9-year-old self.
Damn,
Think
look at
about
that
it.
breakout. Bam.
Yeah, I got in it. This right here on the E-Trade is a doji. And
You better send me half your profits.
I wasn't gonna trade, but then I remembered you guys owed me money from last week. So
You should send me half your profits.
I am. I'm gonna send you half right now. Donation to the poor. Actually, I think you're making more than me. You already got your Tesla dividend. I didn't even get mine yet. So think about that. Talk
I
about
still have a
a
Tesla
bird in the
dividend.
hand is worth more than the bush or whatever that phrase is. This is literally that. What if you'd have took that, put it into that move right there? Now you've rolled it just all day long. You're just
So,
rolling that money.
My Tesla dividend just came to cash, and I was tempted to put it back in Tesla because Tesla looks like it's breaking out.
Last night, what did I tell you? I
However,
said Friday.
Yeah,
I
but
almost text go all in on
Yeah.
Tesla.
it's just Tesla looks good and TSL looks good, but TSLY is at an extreme RSI, so I couldn't add.
I know it's, but you know, if it's part of the
But
Trump
it's
trade,
insane. Yeah, but it's like kind of just reinvesting the dividend too.
if it's part of the Trump trade, man,
I mean,
we already got a new theme song.
Yeah, I reinvested 1 share just in case of like erosion or some shit.
It's a new theme song. XRP army.
Oh my god, you're gonna drive D insane.
So I
And
feel
me,
like we're
and me.
you're right. Tesla. Okay. I did tell you this weekend, TSLL.
But yeah, it was last night that we were saying it looks like it's going for a new breakout.
And look at it, man. I mean, that because I held over in my day trading account, I held over shares of the TQ, man. I held over I had 300 and I chickened out.
Damn.
I took it down because I was like, dude, you're way overweighted here. Because those were on that's in my margin account. And but if you looked at the chart going into Friday, the TQQQ,
It looked like
great.
Yeah, the TQ looked great, and Tesla looked like it was going for a new breakout.
Right. So it was just like, and then I saw, and honestly, I'm looking at what XRP's doing, and I'm like, no fucks given, man. These things are going up, dude. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, look at XRP, man. And then remember, we've been talking about Dan, my influencer friend. Okay, XRP's up 17% right now. So Dan doesn't trade his whole life, right?
Dan's just a beauty at this. He
Right.
looks like a beauty right now.
Comes across me. I'm putting this in his ear. And then, of course, as people do, they look around, right? Next thing I know, I'm getting a text. Hey, man, I bought XRP. I bought $6,000 of XRP at 58 cents. And it was like right up, what should I do? I'm like, why are you, bro, you've done just fine on your own. Why are you asking me? Think about that. You bought $6,000 at 50 cents. It is now $2 and something. You turned this into what, almost 100 grand or whatever. Now you don't ask me. Shit, I would have told you not to buy $6,000 of XRP probably. Just because that's not his thing. He's not a crypto guy. And here's the thing. You got people out here that knew they've been in crypto for years, pussed out, don't own any right now. This guy's never been in it and just like
killing it. Swing trading futures in the middle of the night.
And you got people who've been all over crypto for years. They're not making shit. That's got to kill you. I mean, that's got to just burn you. Let's see. Somebody else got paid Oh, here we go. Look at all this money rolling in, man.
That's from, yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, hell. Tyler's pulling one of my moves. You get so goddamn rich, you don't even pay attention sometimes.
Yeah.
That's when you're balling out.
Skyler's the mini GP, bro.
Yeah, he's like, man,
he's the GP on the come up, bro. You don't even know.
Be like, bro, I got so many shares of the
TQ
triple leverage. I don't even pay attention.
No one sleep on Skyler. He's gonna come out of nowhere, dude.
Right. Actually, he could be our day trader, man. It holds down the room.
I've nominated him for the longest time now.
I know. I thought you were kidding. And then
no, I wouldn't nominate someone if I wasn't serious.
You got to go drinking with him though. I don't know if because he passed out on me. I out drank him.
Yeah, but who cares?
I know. I shouldn't hold that against people, should I? I didn't out drink him. I think I outstood awake. He was tired. I don't know.
Being 30 is stressful compared to being 50.
I know. That's what I'm saying. There is something to that, to be honest, though, because I don't go as hard as I did when I was your guys' age now. I really don't. So there is something to that. It is stressful. Being 30 is hard, man. UAN, George Lopez. You think that's the comedian?
It's possible.
I'm not allowed to use rocket emojis. The court of law has ruled that implies that I think it's going to go up.
Yeah, I try not to use any emojis.
George can use them though. He's a regular person. I'm 29 in a prolific. Now I'm 48.
Oh no, that sucks.
Oh, he does that. Oh, I thought I was thinking of some new idea. GGLL. Let's look at Google.
That's a good pick.
I like the Google Play. I don't know, man. I'm all in. I think we should have put everything in XRP. Obviously, I'm glad that most people are in this in some way or another. And I know some people who had fortunes in this. So I think our trade of the week.
Is XRP?
No. Don't give up the real. I'm talking about the real trade of the week that we're going to be emailing that we've been working on. I don't know if you guys know this. Click that QR code. If you're not on my trade of the week, fundamental research. I got 2 people help me research it. So any trade I put out, this is not just looking at a chart and saying, boom, I'm going with that. This is not running a filter. It's trying to come up with a logical reason, something undervalued, and a chart setup. So you can actually use these picks for more than a trade of the week. That's just kind of what we call them, but it's the best play of that week, we think. And sometimes they're dividend stocks. Sometimes they're just straight up 3x leverage funds, right? It's a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check. Let's see. GG. Let's check Google first. Now they're trying to break up Google, if you didn't know.
Really?
Yeah. So, I almost read our trade of the week. Target is down over 20%. Company reported Q3 earnings of $1.35, and they were expected to put out $2.30. They've done some dumb shit with their advertising. So Google looks good. GGLL is a buy here, Phil.
Yeah, I was thinking to add.
That's a break. Man, this is a.
I'm in GGO.
This is a play right here. Yeah, I'm in it too. GGLL. I think we carry this. Let's see. Right here. Except I wrote GOOX on Trade Ideas.
Yeah, you did.
Which is the same thing. Same thing. 2x Google. I think I accidentally bought that one, so I've kind of stayed with it since I did that.
Yeah, I'm in GGLL.
The URBL, this breaking out. Oh, what about LLYX? Who? Yeah, I like the Google play, sir. Good one. That's a good.
Yeah, I added to LLYX a couple hours ago.
Good looking out. Boom, roasted. No, we love Skylar. It wasn't roasted. Thoughts on Intel? I think Intel's doing better. Just started the second income strategy today and started with my anchor fund. Now, what is your favorite anchor fund, Jess?
CLM and CRF.
Those just print money, dude.
Yeah. I'm up 20%. I'm up $1,000 in CRF.
Honestly, like you didn't even need yield back. We could just wait.
Yeah.
But that's looking back perfect, right?
Yeah, obviously.
But I remember at $6.80 or whatever it was, and I'm telling my buddy Anthony, it's like, man, I don't know, this could be the top. And so even now, part of me wants to say, hey, don't buy all your position here, but it's like I don't know anymore. Okay, so I think you're also going to have to get used to red on your screen because these dividends are so large. Most people are used to a Coca-Cola dividend. It barely affects the price. But when you get $1.30, $1.40 dividend and that price readjusts, it can mess with your mind. The good thing is with a lot of these ones, we're getting the dividends monthly. And then the yield max, a lot of times you're getting hit weekly. So when you build it out as you're getting hit with X dividends, you're collecting money.
You're still collecting.
And then if you're fly like me, you're day trading over the top of it. I'm up $400 and something today day trading. Well, part of that's day trading. Part of that was I held over. So technically that's not day trading. But swing trading, all that kind of stuff is all inside of that. Or it can be. That's one way we talk about offsetting erosion is trading the exact same thing that we're eroding in. What is it? LLYX. Man, that's looking better and better. This is a play on Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly is a very expensive stock.
And it's overvalued.
I think that one has been given permission to be overvalued, kind of like Home Depot and Lowe's are way more overvalued than, say, Target. So this is obviously a trade. I don't want to own a stock that's that overvalued as a buy and hold, really. I mean, I don't. What about you, Jeff?
No, I don't want.
Yeah.
I almost started a position in LOY, but then
Yeah.
since it was overvalued, I just started a trade in my trading account LOYX.
And that's cool. We talk a lot about the money flow being fractal, and there's an example of not only is it fractal time-wise, time continuity, we could lower the time frame on a chart, but it's also fractal in the sense that we can buy 1 share, 10 share, 1,000 shares, partial shares. But also it's fractal in the sense that you don't have to put everything in one trading account with the exact same rules. So a B&B trade could be appropriate in your buy and hold. So if I wanted to trade in my buy and hold, I would probably just trade B&B trades in case I get caught with them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like Hershey's, like say, like I was telling you earlier, I don't have any Hershey's in my buy and hold. Well, one way to generate extra alpha, or what they call in the hedge fund world, alpha, like alpha is money that you make over the index. So anything above the S&P 500 that you earn is called generating alpha.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know. I heard you say alpha. I just thought it
Right.
meant like extra cash, but I didn't know it was like
Yeah, it's exactly
better than
pegged to
the
that.
S&P.
It's an institutional word. So if I ran a hedge fund, if I use the term alpha, that means money that we made that exceeds the benchmark.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
I didn't know there was like that. I thought it was just anybody could add alpha to their portfolio with the B&B strategy. I thought you made it up.
No, but you know what? You know what's so cool about that? That means you're not wandering around looking at other strategies and
Yeah, like when I saw it in the B&B book, like this is how to add alpha to your portfolio. I just assumed it was an extra step.
That's
of
a good
return.
point, though, right? Because we're working on that. That's what you just said is we need to have a thing that like and it says alpha is a term usually given, off to the side.
Yeah, because I thought it was just a term you were using, meaning to add extra return to your portfolio.
Look at this. Added,
wow.
Yeah.
From the margins, they added that
1,008.
from the margin strategy.
Yeah, to future dividends. We'll continue to learn the strategy and keep growing. Bam.
Wow.
All of a sudden, woo, just make money. I can't even help myself. Sometimes I'll be at the you've seen me do this at a bar. Like once I figure out how much this person makes, I start calculating based on my own second income. Now I run mine a little hotter than most people, but I start calculating and I go, oh wow, all he would need is this much money in an E-Trade to not have to work here. What happens then? Like if you don't have to come here every day,
Oh my God,
maybe you could learn to trade.
that.
But maybe you could, yeah, I do this with everyone I meet. I go to shake their hand. I go, I wonder how much in an E-Trade account that we would need to, they don't have to be here at this dumb job you're doing right now, where you're selling donuts or something, where that number is, this is why this is cool. They're young. Their number is small.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially,
It doesn't, there's people who have it in their fucking checking account. And instead, they're going to spend 6 to 8 hours a day working part-time through college. It's just, anyway. Like a magic wand. Didn't go crazy with tier 3s yet. Just added tiers
I'm
1 and
trying
2s.
at least get my dividend income to like what my nursing salary would be at this point if I wasn't trading.
Yeah, no brainer. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that too. So I way exceeded my day trading. I can take, okay, what was my best year day trading? Boom, boom. There's the number. Cool. We're doubled that. So let's keep going and keep day trading. Woo. So what if you kept your job and you replaced your income? That looks a lot like you doubled your fucking income.
Yeah, I'd still keep the job. I'm not doing this. It's not working right now, obviously.
I'm going to do a video. You know those reaction videos people do?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a reaction one to that one that I sent you, that guy talking about if he had $1 million, he runs that big, he's a hedge fund, he runs $1 billion. And they said, if you wake up tomorrow and you had $1 million and you had to start over, what would you do?
So you're going to do a reaction video?
Yeah, because the very first thing he says, I guarantee you, is not the first thing that most people would say. Most people, if they woke up and they had $1 million to do something with, their first thought isn't, I would go get a job.
Get a job, yeah, to protect the capital.
Because he realized, I have no fucking money. I'm broke. When you gave him $1 million, he thought he was broke. The difference in mindset how many of people in our own families, my own family, if they woke up with $1 million, their first fucking thought isn't getting a job.
Yeah, it's like, let's go shopping. What are we buying?
Right.
Or
And
let's
all
pay
he,
off our credit card that has $5,000 on it. This one has 20,000 or some shit.
right. And his only reasoning for that was because then he went on to explain it. Because he, I'm sure he sat as he was thinking, God damn, I don't want a job. I'm sure he was thinking that as he said it. But he went on to explain it is I have to remove my living expenses from the million so that the million can make money and begin to grow. And then I can get to 3 and 5. Like
Yeah, he was all about preserving the capital,
Yeah.
get a job to cover the living expenses. He
So-
did say a part-time job too. He didn't say some
Right.
crazy full-time job.
He began, as he went on, he began to explain
just a
it.
part-time job to pay
Yeah.
for his income expenses, for his expenses to protect his million that he inherited or whatever. Or
It
that he
threw
worked.
me off at first too. I was like, oh hell, a job, huh? And he just meant income. He's, he doesn't know the scenario. So a guy like him probably would have figured out a way to make money at home. But it did surprise me that he, what his thought was. Let's see. He says, Stephen says that's his goal too. First goal is to
That's
match
awesome.
Okay, that means he makes money. Let's assume he doesn't have a lot of debt.
He could really rack it up. Just eat fucking
3
1 meal
years
a day.
or less.
throw
Oh, if
all
you
his
went
money
that
in there.
hard, yeah. If you went like Dave Ramsey does. Dave Ramsey has this thing for people to get out of debt, right? And he's like, man, you cut your own damn hair. You paint your own nails. You put shit in a backpack. You don't get a purse.
When you're
stop
like 20,
everything.
when you're like 22, 23, 25, you should be doing your own nails. You shouldn't be spending money on that.
Yeah.
You should
people
cut
get it
your own
backwards.
hair if you can.
Right.
Obviously that's hard. But like
But
you
if you
should be
did that
making
for
your
like 3
coffee at
years,
home. Yeah.
just
could
3
make-
years, I think most people are free, barring some. And let's say that only work. And let's say it only 10 years, and then there's this catastrophe. I don't know, but that gives you a lot of time to make money, not tied down to some bullshit where you can then, start to do other things. Like you've seen that. I don't make money one way. I make money like 20 ways.
Yeah.
But you can't do that when you're tied down. Because if you're, that you're a nurse, if you're at the hospital all day, you're fucking tired when you get home. It's hard. Maybe when you're younger, it's not bad. But how many nurses you see that are 50 and they get home and they're going to go hit the fucking gym? None.
Yeah, most people don't do that. It's like impossible. You
It's
can, but you're
impossible.
dead.
You're dead. That's right. So
You've been on your feet for 13 hours, and now you're at the gym. I mean,
now's the grind time. I told a kid the other day, he's looking for work. She's like, shit, bro. I would drive Uber, and that paycheck would go directly to my E-Trade, and I would work. And then as soon as I got off, I'd turn that Uber on, and I would drive every day and get $100, $200. And I'd do this every fucking day, on and on and on. And then I would never have a job again in less than 2 years. And you keep finishing your college and go through that and keep doing all that. By the time you get your master's, I would have been retired for 4 years. But I believe in it and they don't. That's the difference. Yeah, Dave Ramsey, you only go to restaurants if you're working there. If you could get people to do that extreme on the new strategy, I just wonder what happens. What if their entire Discord, no one works? Like everyone's just trading. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's looking like. Like, everyone's dividends have just gotten so much bigger. Like, it's crazy to see everyone's dividends growing.
Yeah, it went from 900-year dividends in 23 to 2,924, projects 25, 20. Yeah, I bet he could kick that up even more too. Anyway, all right, let's get back to a chart. Oh, Target. Let's look at this Target, man. Target. I know a lot of people are talking about getting in Target. I have a position in Target.
Didn't they just lower the true value, the price target?
That's what I was going to ask you if you knew what it was. I think it's right around here, ain't it?
Yeah, I feel like you just looked it up before we started. I don't remember the number.
Yeah, I think it's right around here, man. I own some Target. This stock used to trade at a premium to Walmart, but they have had a lot of missteps. But you know what? CEOs get paid a lot of money to fix this shit. Fair range, 135. I have some, man. You know, I have some of this stock. So, but I haven't talked a lot about it. I only buy it when it misses big, and it's missed. It's a pretty decent fall right there. You own any?
No, I'm not in it yet.
Is this your mom shop at this store?
She's more Amazon packages.
Is she more Amazon? Okay, because it seems like women have particular, there's Target women.
Yeah, some people like going to Target, or like they like getting drunk and going shopping at Target. No, my mom's more of an Amazon.
That is
person.
gross. Who does that? That's a thing?
I
Getting
mean, I
drunk
feel
and
like
going
there
shopping at
used to
Target?
be memes about it like 10 years ago about
Oh.
people getting drunk.
I remember
and
that
going
one kid went viral that he worked at Target at the cashier. I don't know if you remember that. I remember I'm struggling on social. I'm doing all this stuff, and this little fucker goes viral for doing nothing, just working at Target. All right, so look at this.
Wow, he's more than doubled his goal.
Damn.
Damn, son.
Whoa. That's what I'm talking about. Shit, we might need to take the goal to 20. My goal was to get to 100K and 6 figures in dividends in my margin account by the end of the year. I'm at 105 right now, but I dumped in some money last week, and then I've been on a pretty decent run day trading, and every dollar you earn can buy you 3 of the core. And so, if you're up a couple grand, that buys 8, so
That's crazy.
that's more advanced stuff, doing all that. I wouldn't advocate, if you hear me talking that, I wouldn't advocate people day trading in there. I mean, you paper traded for how long, Jess?
Day trading, paper trade?
Yeah.
A year.
A year. And I try to ask everyone to do that. I kind of, anybody
And I
that
also
works
have a
with me, they
paper
have to know
account
how.
for trades.
Yeah. Everyone
Not-
that works with me has to know
not
how to
just-
day trade.
not
You don't
just
have to
day
be good
trading.
at it, but you have to know how to do it. Because I think if you know how to do it, it makes all the other trading easier. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, I don't want to be day. Don't give a fuck what you want. You need to know how to do this, execute on it, not be a lunatic, take trades and lose money. Because trading, honestly, is about losing, not winning.
Yeah, how you take the
15K in
losses.
divvy income, quit my corp job monthly. I would get more than you need, though.
At least.
All right. Throwing out nice things. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate you and Radius in Discord. They day trade. That's why.
Yeah.
And I know
they're good.
she paper traded for 6 months. And then went live. Let's see.
Yeah, you said Danny B's trading real money, right?
Yep. Last I heard. Do you drip all of the dividends from tier 1, 2, and 3? That's my main question. That is something we can that's a good article on drips, So stay tuned, sir. We're not going to give you the whole thing here. But I personally
We drip
drip
the anchors.
Yeah. Personally, I drip all anchors. Anchors would be tier 1. So I drip all of those. The tier 2 and 3, I don't drip.
Do you drip the anchors that don't drip at the nav?
Currently, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way on that. I know the money in those anchors counts toward margin. So
you don't mind reinvesting it?
I don't mind reinvesting
but
it.
But like yield max, we don't.
And yeah. And the big dividends are coming off other stuff. And you can always trim them. I mean, but you definitely want to. Definitely, and
I think we get paid from CLM
tonight. And CRF. Really?
Yeah.
At the NAV.
Yeah, we didn't get their dividend yet.
So at the NAV, let's see. Let's Google Cornerstone. Since 1987 is a diversified closed-end management company. It was incorporated in Maryland. CLM, net asset value, Cornerstone, is $7.28. Wow. The current price is what? So let's see. CLM.
$9.10.
Damn. So the dividend that pays tonight will pay.
Dude,
Now get this, guys. That's what drip the
CRF
NAV
went
means.
from like 910 to 946 in like the past hour.
Oh, they've been raising it in real time?
No, the CRF stock price
Oh,
went
the
from like
stock.
920 to 946 today.
Wow. So here's the price today. Now let's say they're paying us the dividend tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
We will get paid at $7. What was it? 720?
Mm-hmm.
728. So if say I get $500 in shares, let's keep them. I'll say I get 1,000. Let's keep the math simple. Okay, so I get $1,000 in dividends divided by $7.28. Get this in my head, but so I don't look stupid. By 7.28. That'd be 137 shares, right? And then the market opens, and it opens at 9:10 tomorrow, let's say. So we would times our 137, so times 9.10. That's $1,250. So you get $50 free dollars, $250 free dollars.
That's crazy.
And
So
if
it
you
makes
have-
it hard to trim CLM and CRF even if it's at a
Yeah.
high RSI.
There's no trimming. This is like
So
a
much free
401k
money.
match at work,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
This is you could literally write that it's like a 401k match. Obviously, it could be turned off. They could change it. We don't know that.
It's yeah, but they can change it, but they've also been around for 20 years or 30 years.
And ECC is supposed to drip at NAV. I don't think mine have. I need to dig more into that. And ECC is a different type of fund. It's what they call a CLO or COF. Yeah. So they're doing different kind of stuff with their money. But to me, I mean, this is magic money, dude. Oh, and guess what? You can buy 3 times the amount that you could buy because you can buy it on margin. Now, I wouldn't buy 3 times. I would buy like 2 times. Actually, I might buy a lot more of this and buy smaller of other things. Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's kind of what I've done. It's hard to tell now because it's run up so much. I don't even remember,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been in this for
years.
About a year. Yeah, well over a year. As I was kind of loosely putting it together and thinking and seeing what other people were doing, and it was another guy turned me on to Cornerstone. I'd seen Cornerstone, but the thing I didn't know was that at E-Trade and a few other places they drip at the NAV.
Yeah, Schwab does too.
I swear, it's one of those things where you feel like you've known it and then you just never.
It didn't come full circle.
Yeah. Black Friday shopper spent a record of $10.8 billion online. The more than double what online consumers spent shopping in 2017. Wow. That's about a 9 or 10% compounded increase. That's about what XRP did in the last week. Doubled. Right? So if everyone would have not spent money on dumb shit and they would have just put it in XRP or got on the trade of the week with the Peters report. It's one of those things. I actually hate doing sales at times, but part of me is like, guys, people are going to spend money on these really dumb things. They're actually having fights over televisions. They need this letter more than anything in fucking earth. The thing they should spend their money on is this new letter. That's all they should spend their money on, not plastic shit at Target. So everything you bought your kids this week is just trash. It's just going to go in the fucking trash. That's the sad thing. It pisses me off. I'm getting mad right now.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be for their kids. It could be for themselves.
Yeah, everything everyone bought this weekend, a year from now, they won't even remember it.
Yeah, like sometimes when I get stuff for Christmas,
you don't even remember it.
Like, obviously, if you go to your parents' house and then I take it home in a box and I put the box down, I don't even touch that box for like 2 months. So I'm like, clearly I didn't need those presents.
So wait till you're my age and you feel bad throwing them away. And you have a whole room in your house for this. I mean,
Yeah.
and I love getting gifts. What's funny is most of the gifts that I get from followers are super cool. They're shit that I use, like cool stickers.
Yeah.
Or you always send me the books that I write in all the time. I always get the most useful shit from followers. And then you go to your parents, like you said, and you're like, oh,
Why
I
did you
always,
get me this? I
I
didn't
always
say.
wanted a plastic keyboard cover.
Yeah.
It's like, or when I hate when I'm forced to buy someone something because then I cannot come up with anything, man.
Yeah, like you can think of something and get them all year, and then all of a sudden it's their birthday or Christmas,
You
and
can't.
can't. And it makes
Yeah.
you think like you should have made a list during the year when you had all those bright ideas.
Right. Like I sent you some cool stuff the other day. It was funny. I thought if I would have had to have done that, like they're like, hey, go get something funny. When they open it, they're gonna laugh. I'd be like, I have no
Yeah,
idea.
you'd feel
Yeah,
pressured.
I have no idea. Moscow, man, this is crazy. They're cracking down on nightclubs, LBGT. I thought we were past this
I
in
mean,
the
I'd
world.
rather just rave at home anyways. You can control the fucking music.
That's just what I was thinking about, a Russian rave where you could be raided and beaten. What about that sounds fun? Wow. It's like you're already being risky. It's like I guess people are afraid to have private parties at their home because their houses will get raided. There's probably people pretending to be gay so they can find these things and arrest them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Let's see. Boeing CEO. Have you heard about this? Look at this. Let's look at this shitty stock.
I hate that fucking stock.
I know, and we have people in Discord whose family work there, though.
Yeah, no. And we fly in Boeings every time. Half the time you fly, it's a Boeing or a
It's a
fucking
Boeing.
Airbus.
Yeah. So here's where the stock is. I don't trade it. I mean, I once they cut the dividend, here's what went wrong with Boeing. They got bought out by a hedge fund, dude. And private capital, a company like BX bought them, and it tends to go, I'm hoping that, I'm in Dunkin' Donuts and the same thing, or Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme was purchased by a hedge fund because they went bankrupt. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch that, watch about it, you should. I'm gonna get back on pumping Krispy Kreme. I mean, my position is I'm pretty much even money.
Yeah, I have like a full position.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be one that people are going to look up. Oh, I should have bought more when G was talking about that.
Everyone says that though.
My husband gave his
Wow.
parents and brother 3 Bitcoins each.
Wow.
Damn.
So he gave away 9 Bitcoins for Christmas. Dude, clearly they're loaded. Day trading real money and
bro.
just gave out 9 Bitcoins for Christmas.
How come I didn't get on that list? God damn.
Seriously. Why aren't
Damn,
you?
I didn't know you guys were
Well, it's
handing
her
out
dad.
Bitcoins.
Her husband. Yeah.
Right.
Dude, maybe her husband's jealous.
Damn, bro.
Maybe she
Put
likes
me on the
that.
list, man.
I'm just kidding.
He must have learned about Bitcoin somewhere else. They're going to be like, no, G, learned it from
says
you.
years
I didn't
ago,
get it
so-
Bitcoin.
It says years ago, so.
Oh, it was years ago. Oh, years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know how many.
Damn.
Maybe she didn't even know you then.
Probably not. Who does know me now? Who gives a fuck? She says I got you.
Oh shit! you better send her your Bitcoin address.
Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, but today.
Yeah, you better send it to her if you're trying to get included in this week's.
Oh, this Christmas, yeah.
This Christmas, yeah.
Let me check on gold. Well, probably. That's the XRP Army theme song. I'm in gold here. I'm down a little bit. I took a futures position, and I'm long Shiba, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and what else?
Gold.
Silver and gold. Those are all in futures contracts. Yeah. I think that's about it. AMD's breaking out. There's tons of them. Hershey's, Merck, I'm assuming is still above it's in our accumulation zone there. Once a stock breaks out, if it's a nice breakout, any room past that, I'm not looking to get in.
Yeah, Merck's below 45 RSI, so
okay, the RSI is down low enough. Yeah, once the RSI gets above 50, you should be suspect. If it's in that early 50 range and it's just breaking out, that's cool. But man, once it's gone a bar past and you're getting 6, I mean, you could do it, but I would honestly, I'd rather be disciplined and wait for a pullback. You know, even the slightest of pullbacks, like XRP, it's just like, can you just have one red fucking day? Just one, and
Yeah.
we'll, you know, but there hasn't been a pullback. But how do you know it's a runaway like that and it's not? And that's just reading the tea leaves, just reading social sentiment. I mean, it's been on the internet and it's a rumor that crypto is going to be tax free. So boom. And that he's going to be open to legislation, which the one that's been held back, that was one of the biggest ones, was Ripple. So everybody, I mean, I know what they're thinking. Solana's run, Bitcoin's run. It's time to push XRP to get caught up. And that's what I think that's all about. Tesla, this is the Trump trade. We're going to probably try to have some more on the Trump trade coming
isn't
out.
Doge just part of the Trump trade too, right? Obviously.
I think so, just because everybody loves Doge. They love Tesla. Doge is going to run with Tesla. And I guarantee that we're going to find out these Ripple people have given Trump a lot of money. Boom, I put it out there. This is running for a reason. They're
are lobbying, basically
connected to the White House. You watch. It's going to come out something. They're going to get some contract, something where you're going to be like, oh, okay.
Are they like, they're like lobbying? Trump's like the crypto people are like lobbying Trump or whatever.
Trump ain't seen a crypto coin he don't like now. As long as he's got the address, he likes them.
Yeah, they're just sending it directly to his wallet.
I can't blame him. Shit, I like coins that come to my wallet.
Like there's no track of it in the bank.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're doing it. I mean, it seems like that could be easy to have it on an external drive, which I should have posted the link for the new ledgers, but we have it in Discord in there. If you don't have one, man, get safe. If you've got a bunch of crypto, be extra careful. This is not a time to get lax.
For Ledger, you have until December 5th for the Black Friday sale.
I'll put it on here. The down in the show notes, maybe. If you don't have a ledger and you have a decent amount of crypto, I can't stress enough, I would put at least half on that ledger. And the ledgers have gotten easier and easier to use. It's not that big a deal. Because the incentive to commit crimes, the incentive to trip people has just quadrupled, right?
Right.
I mean, if you want to steal, now's the time. I mean, for Bitcoin. Also, think about it. A lot of people haven't sold that Bitcoin. What if they all start selling and ball it out? Like, I think we're going to talk a little bit about that in our trade of the week, of what that may mean. So if you're not on the trade of the week, man, get on it. It'll be coming out tonight. We've been pretty, I think we've been doing pretty good on those. Starbucks, Lyft, Kraft, ENVX was on there just the other day. It's ripping
Mobileye,
today.
AI.
Up 11%. Oh, Mobileye. Yeah, MBL. I forget about the big ones. Mobileye. I don't know if I had Joby in there as a backup. Probably not. We do try to add something a little riskier. You know, I try to keep that in mind for people. And then if there is a 2 or 3x version, like when we did Eli Lilly, the actual stock Eli Lilly. Hold on. Here's the actual stock Eli Lilly. It's $797. So we want you to do the XXX, and that's only $19. Same with Uber. You could take big positions in this $873 stock.
Remember when MSTX was $15? Now Lilly's $19.
Right. And there isn't a yield max for it, is there?
No. There's only Moderna.
Right. And we've been looking at that one. And then here we go. We got Uber breaking out, man. So a lot of ways to play. I'm feeling good. Part of the XRE army. Appreciate you wearing your Christmas hat.
Thanks.
I'm going to wear mine all of December. Absolutely. Hey, if you guys aren't following this, man, get up there and get on, hit the QR code there. And get on the free list if you want to do the trade of the week with us. It'll be coming out. Are we bringing that out tonight? Is it going to be early?
Yeah, it's going to be tonight.
Cool. Talk to you later. Appreciate you.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you guys.
amazing.
Oh, that was good.